There's another review that pretty much covers my experience. Except that I ultimately got mine working and now I love it. It's been less than a week, so I will update the review if things go south. The install instructions are pretty thorough, though you will need to be able to identify the lead/load/ground/neutral wires on your old switch with your own smarts or guidance from elsewhere. The physical install itself was smooth, the app appeared to connect, but I could not get the dimmer to work, and the app would not let me change my bulb type. It eventually became apparent that the app was not connecting with the dimmer, and had only briefly connected to it. I cut the power to the switch, then did a factory reset on the dimmer, and after a lot of effort and frustration, got the app connected to the dimmer, for real this time. Tip: if you can't change the bulb type setting, see if you can change any other settings. If you cannot alter any settings, you should consider disconnecting and reconnecting the app. When I finally got the app connected and changed the setting to register that I had dimmable LED bulbs, the dimmer switch flashed red. There was no reason for this, as the load was not excessive from the LEDs, but since I had multiple bulbs in the fixture, chandelier with candelabra bulbs, I removed half of them and tried again. It worked, and I was able to add the bulbs back on. I did this one at a time, but I don't know that such a prolonged effort was necessary. I suspect the initial brief red flash was a glitch. Everything has worked perfectly since then. All in all, the app hooked up better than several other smart devices I have used, but you have to be prepared to put the effort in it and face some frustration, so only 4 stars. Installation was much easier than the last smart 3-way switch I installed. This switch isn't as deep and the wires off the back can go directly inside a wire nuts already existing instead of making pigtails. The wires flex easily as opposed to 12-gauge copper wire you would use with other switches. I'm going to buy another to put inside the 3-gang box where I installed this one and take out the other brand smart switch I installed. The other brand is taking up a lot of room in the box and making the switch plate push out because of its size. I had the Wi-Fi and Alexa working with the switch in just a few minutes. It all appears to be a good design. I can speak highly of this 3-way toggle switch. I don't know about the dimmer switch everybody complains about. I got the toggle switch, a dimmer switch and a button based on /off switch, along with a number of C/GE LED lights. These switches do install quite easily, and look pretty nice. They seem to work pretty well. I was able to add them in the C/GE Android app and also to Google Home, and they can be programmed onto Google Home routines, and respond well to the voice controls. While they work good though, I have noticed that whenever you lose power and the power comes back on, it seems all the lights controlled by these switches also turn on. The dimmer switch lost the ability to dim. I had reopened the C/GE app and reselect the bulb type, then it was working again. Also, the switches don't seem to have any indicator on them as to whether or not the light it's controlling is on or off. You can see in the apps what is currently on or off, and usually you can tell if the light the switch controls is in the room of the switch. But one of the switches I put for my front porch light, I can't see that light easily without opening the front door. Click link in description for more reviews.